What song? Music on?
We got something special in store for you today. Let's just get into it.
Ooh. What song is this?
What's the name? Hello. Welcome to Suave Life TV. I'm your host, Brytnei Elle, once again with the lovely
Brytnei Elle. Hey, guys.
Now, a few things have been going on in the media that I want to share with you all, just in case you don't know for sure. Number one, did you hear about Kanye West and what was going on with him? Like, did you hear anything about Kanye West?
I heard he was a little rude. What happened all the way?
All right.
Run it down.
And I'm a avid Kanye West fan, and you know this.
Yes.
So Kanye, he basically, this man, and I wrote some stuff down for you to get understanding. So Kanye stops his concert, right? Mm-hmm. And he makes everybody stand up who wasn't standing up before he performed.
Okay.
And it was not one, but two guys in the concert who didn't stand up. Why do you think these guys didn't stand up? Especially because they paid for a Kanye West ticket. So they wanted to see the man perform.
Right.
So what makes you think that they didn't stand up?
The only logical thing
Okay.
is they possibly weren't able to.
And that's exactly what it was. So these guys were not able to stand up
That's
because
sad.
one was in a wheelchair, and two, he was a paraplegic, meaning this gentleman had a prosthetic leg.
I decided I can't do this song, I can't do the rest of the show until everybody stand up. Unless you got a pass where you get special parking and shit. Now if he is in a wheelchair, then it's fine. And is he in a wheelchair there? Only if he's in a wheelchair.
I'm
You say
sorry.
it's cool, it's a wheelchair? Okay. Like we always do with this song.
In a wheelchair. He's like, yeah. Like, let me see, or something. I don't know.
Like, roll out?
verbatim. I don't know. So he's like, I wanna
Roll
see
out?
it.
That's so wrong.
So the guy did it, right? He's like, yeah, all right, you good. Like, you just like that, all right, you good. And the other boy took off his prosthetic leg and put it in the air. This was in, if I'm not mistaken, it was Sydney, Australia, if I'm not mistaken. And it was just crazy. So what is, and then right after that, he decided to just start this show. Mm-hmm. Like we always do at this time, like you just started the show. What do you think about that?
That's a mess. That is a whole hot mess. That's
Okay.
just like the worst. Like, just first of all, representation of him.
Right.
And then his brand too, because, you know, he's always talking about, you know, being empowered and this and that from every different aspect. And I mean, I would feel really bad as an individual. Granted, I understand. I saw him in concert before and he did the same thing. He told everybody to get up. And I saw something where it was like, y'all up here sitting on the front row staring at me. Wasn't that in the news or something too?
Probably.
That he said, if you're sitting up here in the front row and there's people all the way in the top that want these tickets, why don't you get up? He said, how much did you pay for these tickets? And he paid them like $800 each to get out the back, to get out the front row.
Where was this at?
I feel like I was there. I think this was at Temple.
Okay, I was about to say I definitely wasn't there because
It was because I remember I went to the concert and I was just like, can I get these tickets up here to come
Right,
move? And the people got up. They was like, yeah, I'll take the money and I'll move. Because you know they ain't pay no $800. They could have got them for free from the radio.
Yo, I won't lie to you. When I went to the Revel, me and my girlfriend went to the Revel to see Kanye perform. Mm-hmm. I paid like $350 per ticket.
The devil is a lie. No. I'll
But
watch it on YouTube.
That's because, like I said, I'm an avid Kanye West fan. I'm a fan of almost everything he does. So
I just want to interject here because I know we have other stuff to talk about, but that's one thing I have a problem with. I love these artists that have these great, amazing tours and this and that, whatever. But prime example, when the Carter tour came around, even Beyonce's, I'm sorry, what was the price of those tickets?
yo, a child, a baby child, yo.
Like, I literally knew people who were like, I just got to plan out how I'm going to pay my rent and do this and do that. I'm like, your priorities are not really aligned if that's what you're worried about. So, I mean, by all means, if that's what you feel comfortable with and you're able to do, jump in. But it's not logical.
If you like it, we love it. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I didn't say that, but
So I mean, listen. If you really believe in something, you will pay for it.
So they're basically a couple dealing with like their midlife crises. They're thinking about their kids, their money, their dreams, their hopes, their ambitions, all the things that they want to do. Like one of the funniest parts of the show is of the movie is like the opening scene and like they're like having sex in the shower, the husband and wife. Okay. So the husband had basically like taken a Viagra. And they're only 40. They're not like older individuals where technically you would need that, I guess. I don't know what the specifications are. But long story short, the wife had like this breakdown, like, we are not 40. Like, we are young people. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do that. So it just kind of made me think about one of those things of, like, what did you expect your life to look like when you got to a certain age? Because I'm 27.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm 27 as well.
Is this where you thought you'd be when you were 27? Or like, does your life look like what you anticipated? Because don't you all remember when we were younger and 27, 25, 21 seemed so old? Like when you were in your teens, you're like, you're so old.
Yeah.
It seemed like ancient, right?
Crazy.
And now it's like 30 is knocking on the door.
30 is legit knocking on the door.
So what is it like? What is it that like this is 27 for me? Maybe this is 30 for you. Maybe this is 21 for you. So at your this is 27, what are you dealing with, thinking about, experiencing? What did you think it would look like? What do you?
All right. So when I was 21, in my opinion or in my mind, I thought I would be like this big fancy lawyer, or I would be close to being this big fancy lawyer, because that's again what I went to school for. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What did you
Mine was similar. I thought I was going to be a doctor at this point. Mm-hmm. I thought I'd be married. Mm-hmm. I thought that I would probably have 2 kids by now.
Wow.
And
wasn't sure about children for me yet. That's it.
I literally thought, like, oh, when I turn 25, I can have a baby. That's nothing. Pause. Flag on the play. Oh no. Like that's a lot. Like that's a whole human being to take care of. Like it just threw me for a loop. So that was one of the things that it kind of made me like. I had to wake up. I'm having a quarter life crisis. I'm in it, just stirring, mixing. But it's good. It's a good thing. It's a good place. The best thing is to wake up and realize you're in it. So it's like I see now that it's not exactly what I expected, but I love where I am. I love what I'm learning about myself.
Do you love what you're currently doing?
I do. Okay. I love doing this. And then I think that it's also perspective, because you grow to understand that you may have a job, you may have a career, but you want to make sure that your passion, your drive is going towards something that really does fulfill you fully, so that when you turn 40, you're not trying to buy a Ferrari, divorce your wife, potentially start over in a completely different place in your life because you didn't do something that you wanted to do now.
Right.
So I think that you have to be awake and invested in paying attention to what your passions are. So it may not be the perfect situation right now. Like, do you love what you do?
No.
Okay.
I don't. I almost like lied to you. Like,
see, and that's terrible, because the worst lie you tell is the one you tell to yourself. And how many people you know lying to themselves right now? Man. Going to a job that
people on Instagram, people on Twitter,
stunting
people
and showing
on
off.
Facebook. People are lying to themselves. But bygones, I don't love what I do, but soon I will love what I do.
You love it now? It's happening. Love it now. Hey.
Sidebar.
Don't you do it?
So the other episode, you had, the braids in, and now you took the braids out and you got the little curl in the front.
Woo.
What's up with
Keep
that?
them guessing. That's what I'm saying. You got to do something different,
Should I get the Kanye, did you see the Kanye haircut?
No.
So in honor of his sneaks that are about to drop, the Yeezy 3s, he got a haircut. He got 3 lines, arrows on each side of his head, 3, 3, and 3. And I guarantee you that somebody is going to do this very soon. Guarantee. But once again, I'm a Kanye fan. I love everything he does. But I just won't do everything that he does. That's all.
So it's
that's
3 lines.
Oh,
no.
Do you see it?
What is wrong with him?
Yo, I mean.
He looks like he just had brain surgery.
Yo, listen, man. If you like it, I love it. Like I said to begin with. That's interesting stuff. So
3 lines just. That doesn't work.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been in your relationship?
We have been together just about 9 years.
9
Yeah.
years. It was like everything.
Like we were together. We've broken up. We've gotten back together. But this has all been since I was 16.
Jeez.
Like we were friends. Like the relationship built. Blah 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 blah. And here we are today.
Okay. So
You too, right?
I've been in my relationship. It'll be 4 years in April.
Okay.
So, all right. So with that being
It's funny
said,
you remember that because I don't remember.
Oh no.
I'm that.
I mean,
I'm
9
that girl
years,
that's like, what month was it?
Whoa.
Okay.
So with that being said,
Okay.
with that being said, right?
Yes.
My question for you is, how long should a marriage engagement last?
As long as you need it to.
So I mean, because some people think 2 years is the cutoff or too long. Some people do it for 6 months. Some people do it for a year. Would you get engaged with somebody to give them the ring, to keep them there, and prolong the engagement? Like what is
And
your
prolong
thought?
the engagement.
Yeah. Like what is your thought on that?
I think that's silly.
Okay.
Because there's a quote that I love, because I love me some Sex in the City.
Who's your favorite character?
Samantha.
Okay, cool.
Just awesome.
All right.
I love that Carrie said, we're willing to write our own vows, but we're not willing to write our own rules.
Wow, that's deep.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
You get up here and profess all your love to somebody, and then let someone else or powers that be dictate how that love should be expressed, or what clarifies it as true or accurate or legitimate. That doesn't even make sense.
Message.
So I know people that are sitting here married or in an engagement or in a relationship with timelines that I don't understand where you created it from, because yes, I understand that you get older, you may want to reach certain milestones in life, that things happen and you want to have kids before a certain time period. I understand all of that.
Okay.
However, I think that people don't put enough emphasis on the fact that they need to do what's best for them. They let outside pressures like family, friends, and the judgment of what society or their community may think. And I know those are things you can't ignore.
Okay.
But you gotta keep it real with yourself. This is the rest of your life. It's you and somebody else. 6 weeks, maybe too soon. 6 months, maybe too long. 9 years, just right for me, okay? So I don't care what it turns into, whether it's next week, next month, in 2 years, it's gonna be at the right time that it happens. And I'm not gonna let someone else's supposed to tell me what it's gonna look like. I feel like do what makes you happy.
So what if your right now and his right now conflict with one another? What if he
That's
proposes,
all the relationship is.
But what if he proposes to you tomorrow, right? And then he
Right.
wants to be married to you tomorrow. Then what? Am I missing something?
No. We just got a guest walking
Okay,
back
all right.
there.
I mean, like, what happens? You know what I mean? Like,
If he proposes to me tomorrow, and then, I mean, I would say
but you're
yes.
not. But yeah, of course you're gonna say not. Of course, but you're gonna say yes.
Okay.
And then he says, okay, let's start the wedding process. And like once again, you're from Baltimore, and he's from Baltimore, but you're here in Philly.
Right.
So him moving to Philly is a process in itself, or you moving back is a process itself. What
Right.
happens? How does that work out? If you're not ready to be married, but you're ready to be engaged, how does that work out in your opinion?
I think it works out for however your relationship
Okay.
is structured.
Okay,
So
okay.
we've been long distance for quite some time.
Okay.
And it was due to me moving away to go to school. And I almost feel like it was in a part way preparing me for a situation like this type of occupation.
Gotcha.
We're gonna have to go places and interview people. We're gonna have to be on site. We're gonna have to be in the studio. We're gonna have to do different things. My crew, my team, just going places. And he's an engineer, so it's not like he's always just in one
So
solid
you're making
place.
the big bucks.
Praise God, won't he do it?
Oh, I ain't.
So anyway, but that's not what it's all about. It's really about, I think, clarity and understanding between two people, that if I want to and I'm ready to do something, then I will. And if he's encouraging me to do something, we'll have a discussion about it. And I mean, I refuse to be, never have been, never will be the subservient wife. That is just not in my DNA.
Oh, wow.
So I understand this whole, there's a part in like vows about submitting to your husband, but I think that there's also, it should be reciprocated.
Okay.
In that, not necessarily you're bowing down or doing anything to somebody, but like, if you do something for me, if I do something for you, it's like we can match each other's effort. Okay. So I'm comfortable with that. If he wanted me to move home, I'd have to figure out some things.
But would you move home though?
It depends if it's lucrative and the best move for us together.
Okay, so
because
individually, if it wasn't the best move for y'all, but collectively is the best move for y'all, then you would go with the collectively?
I would go with the collectively
okay.
in that I think that one thing about relationships, specifically when you're talking about marriage and being engaged, you're talking about two people who are trying to put something together and make a unit that's
trying to build an empire.
They trying to build, right.
Trying to build an empire.
And I feel like there's like, you see all those pictures like be a boss, marry a boss, build an empire. I love that concept. Like I want to do that. But at the same time, prime example, all the bosses and people that we see, Beyonce, Jay-Z, President Clinton, and First Lady Michelle Obama.
Whoa,
I mean, wow, Clinton. Lord, I'm tripping.
Barack Obama.
I'm sleepy, y'all.
Barack Obama.
I was at the Miss America pageant last night, real late.
Oh,
so
yeah,
okay, so I'm like sleepy,
okay.
And it's just like a lot of like history and things happening. So President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. Okay. Don't judge me, okay?
I thought when you said Bill Clinton, I thought you were gonna go right to Hillary.
But no, even Hillary too. Like I mean, like to.
I thought you were talking about like Martin and Gina. You know what I mean? That's what I thought you.
But think about it. Even I mean, and like for every like notable man or woman.
That was a joke. Okay.
Every notable man and woman that you see, like they're not like linked at the hip. I think that people somehow forget that. I mean, you can build together and come together, but you also have to be able to have the space to do things individually.
True. What you talking about over there?
What am I talking about? It's kind of funny that we talked about the whole relationship thing. I had two things on my mind,
Okay.
Relationship examples, like you mentioned, just casually just now, Martin and Gina.
Right.
And then I'm talking about like the couples and this and that, you know, power couples, whatever. What about like the examples of a relationship that we have in media? Like, what do you think of them so far? Because think about when we were younger. Think about when we had, you know, Family Matters, Seventh Heaven, all the stuff we talked about before. Yeah. What's the example of like name two relationships on TV other than nothing presidential, nothing that are positive in the world we have right now?
I'll give you one. Bill Compton and Sookie. Do you watch True Blood? Listen, I only say that because the True Blood started in 2008, right? So the two couple, they met in 2008. They got married 2010, had twins, and then they continued the series. Now, I don't know if you watch the show, but it's a lot of sex. It's a lot of neck biting. It's a lot of
vampiring up in there.
Out there, right? So he was strong enough to watch his wife fake sex other people, and she sexed.
Would you have a problem with that?
People. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? No, baby, no. You stay home.
You be drinking. You be like, you ain't gotta do this.
Nah.
You ain't gotta do this.
Drinking the Anaconda video, like.
Sitting in the chair crying.
Nah. But seriously.
Really? She was an actress and that was her passion and she had, well, I'm getting off the point, but okay.
I think I would have a problem with it. Would you? No.
You're acting.
Listen, man, acting is almost real these days. So.
Like that Monsters Ball scene with Halle Berry.
And Billy Bob Thornton when you had to tape to your thigh. Come on, man.
Wouldn't happen?
Nah, not in this lifetime.
Okay. So
I don't know, man. I think.
So.
But who do you think is a positive role model couple in the industry?
This is going to take a bit. You know who's a positive role model couple, and now they're not in anything?
Jim Jones
and Chrissy.
Okay.
Because of they strategically chose to exit the love and hip hop enterprise.
I thought that was pretty interesting. I think it was a great thing for the relationship because
Oh,
shows
most
like that
definitely.
will absolutely destroy your relationship.
Most definitely. And I think a lot of their behavior becomes more of what you can do for the show.
And not for the relationship.
Right.
So but essentially it's a toxic show.
5 things to do before the year ends. So everybody knows that Christmas happens and then it's New Year's Eve and everyone's trying to make New Year's resolutions and all this other
Yep.
stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
First of all, how about let's make a challenge. This is called the Get Right by New Year's Challenge.
Okay.
Do better by New Year's Challenge.
All right.
So if you're failing epically, moderately, or minimally at something, let's reverse that.
Okay.
You know, like go to the gym and use that membership
So-
that you paid for.
Are these your things or are you telling what everybody else should be doing?
I'm saying what other people should do. I have a gym in my building, so
Okay.
I do that. But I go to the gym there. So I will say my thing is to go earlier than I usually do because I haven't been able to do like the time that I wanted to do there.
Okay. So one of my things before the end of the year, I want to get my 6-pack back. Haven't had my 6-pack since college or something like that. I mean, I only graduated 4 years ago. Come on. I do it good. I look good, but I just want to get more toned and more defined. So just hitting the gym, just doing your cardio.
So your New
lift a
Year's
little bit of
Eve
weight.
pictures look good.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And I also want to get my motorcycle. So
Yes, this motorcycle that.
I need this motorcycle.
Yeah.
This motorcycle is all that.
Did you get a matching helmet?
No, I didn't.
Well, you need to be worried about a helmet.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna get that. I'm
All
definitely
right.
gonna get that.
Some gear to cover joints and stuff. You know,
Something
your
like
quarter
that.
life crisis is happening. You're knocking on 30. Your joints aren't the same. So
Sheesh.
you gotta watch out.
Sheesh.
And it's about to be cold, so you're gonna get
It
arthritis
is.
in your spine.
I'm like, you know, I have good genetics. We don't believe in
I'm
that.
just
My
saying.
family, we're Nigerians.
Here at the same time, I kind of want to still talk about the things to do for the end of the year. So we're going to the gym.
Yeah.
We're gonna do restaurant week,
I'm gonna get my motorcycle.
motorcycle.
Yep.
Go to a park, take a walk, go feed the geese. They're about to fly south for the winter. Most of them have left. Get some old bread.
I'm not feeding
Go to
no
Kelly
geese.
Drive.
I'm not feeding no geese.
I like to feed the geese. I think it's beautiful and they're funny. Go feed the geese. If you see me on Kelly Drive or MLK, say hey. Hashtag it if you're doing it, okay? Because we want to see you doing it.
Hashtag what? Feed the geese?
Yeah, Kelly Drive. Feed the geese. Feed the geese. That's what we're going to do. Hashtag feed the geese. Before they go south for the winter, tell them that we're going to miss them. And good day.
I won't miss them if they return or if they leave. That's just my personal opinion.
You'll miss them.
I dare to be different. I actually won the Dare to Be Different award in high school.
What was your difference?
I don't know. I just dare to be different. I was in the yearbook. I'll bring it to you, and it said that I dare to be different.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I was like 18 wearing suits and wearing bow ties before it was popularized and wearing skippies. I mean, I was doing a lot of stuff, and I dared to be different. And somehow, some way, all those things that weren't cool when I did them became cool like a year later. So I mean,
I was president
bygones.
of my class junior and senior year.
Nice.
Swag.
Check you out.
Yes.
My swag. Check you out.
So one of the things that, out of all the stuff that we've talked about tonight, I know that you had some words of wisdom, something you wanted to share with our audience.
Absolutely.
I know I do. So
Absolutely.
kind of going around everything we've talked about.
My
All right.
words of wisdom are very simple.
Okay.
It's on my Twitter at NESIKPE, INISIKPE. Check me out. Successful people take courses of action which coincide with their beliefs or passion. So if you're passionate about something, success will come regardless if you're making money in the beginning or if you plan to make it monetary. Success will come as long as you stay committed to what it is that you want to do. Did you like that?
I did like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people, and it kind of relates to what I was going to say. My quote is on my Instagram, on my Twitter, at Brytnei Elle. You can find me. Check me out. And it is, stop letting the fear of saying the wrong thing keep you silent. I think too often people will get nervous about vocalizing their thoughts, beliefs, ideas, let alone their passion, because it's almost like one of those things where if you speak it into existence, you kind of have to deal with the repercussions of what comes after it. Whether that's expectations from you, expectations from friends, family, whoever else. Like I said, I wanted to have a TV show years ago.
Right.
I kind of had to do that as far as I was concerned because it's something I wanted to do. But some people won't even open their mouth to say what it is that they want to do because they're scared of the criticism that they're going to receive. People are going to talk about you whether you like it or not, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or in between. So you might as well give them something to talk about. Keep talking.
One of my favorite quotes that I created, and I'm not sure, I think I created it, but I don't know. Maybe you can let me know.
Okay.
Jesus had haters. Why wouldn't you? How you feel about that?
That's true.
You know what I mean? And that's my thing. Like at the end of the day, no matter how positive you're being, how giving you are, somebody is always going to have something negative to say. And it's okay. At the end of the day, you know
Nobody's
what I mean?
perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
And honestly, when I tag on to that hater comment, if people stop talking about you, that's when you need to worry. Because then that means that you're not doing something that needs to be criticized. Because then everybody, if you think about it, everybody always has something to say about something going on.
Right.
Because they want to share and drop their 2 cents into a situation. If you're not a topic of conversation, if people aren't worrying about or concerned, I don't know how many followers on Instagram, however many likes I get, whatever. I literally post and I go. But I literally wonder, like, who are all these people sometimes? I love you all. Hey, the ones I do really get to interact with on my page. But I get a lot of lookers, a lot of people, you know, the trolls, people who say little things, or they're just looking, they're not doing something, like they're not really doing anything on your page. There's always going to be somebody in the background looking and talking about you, the topic of conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus' own crew had some haters in there. He had to flip some people out. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
So what do you think is going to happen to you? That's completely true. So you got to just be you, be authentic, keep it real with yourself, and let the rest fall in place.
Authenticity speaks volumes. That used to be my nickname too, like Mr. Authentic. That was my very first Twitter handle.
Really?
That's before I knew you. Mr. Authentic.
When I was in grad school, authenticity became my favorite word.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because it was like, I have a master's in organizational development and leadership.
Okay.
So we basically always talk about positive traits of a good leader. And authenticity is number one, authenticity and transparency. Because I can tell if you're fake from the first time I talk to you. You know those people that are, oh, hello, hi. that fake, like, you know that they don't really have anything positive to say to or whatever for you. They just go through the rigmarole of it. But there's someone that just has that realness to them. That makes a difference. If someone's giving you that real, you can tell.
Okay.
So authenticity. What made you change it, Suave Life?
Honestly, I just thought it was time for me to start to use my actual name, you know, because I was building a brand for myself.
Right.
So in building a brand, you know,
You wanted to be recognizable.
I wanted to be very recognizable.
Right.
So that's
Your
why I
name
changed
is
the name.
different, so yeah, they'll know it's you.
Yeah, so that's why I chose to change it. So yeah, I enjoy it though. The S, for those of you who don't know, in my middle name is Sebastian. I think it's a really dope name. And as a child, I didn't really like it, but now I kind of love it. I love it, not kind of. So
I don't want to be rude, but I kind of want to sing Under the Sea now.
I don't even know what reference that is.
The Little Mermaid.
Oh.
The lobster was named Sebastian.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did he eat or
Under the
something?
sea.
I
don't know.
I thought he got eaten or something. No? It's been so long since I've seen that.
We're going to have a Disney trivia day.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
That'll be really dope. So we've talked about a few things today, and I think they all were very important conversations about, you know, character and, you know, other things. And then we also did our little quotes of wisdom, which I thought was a great
I
idea.
think that's good. Good zen. Good bring it all together.
Yeah. So
Namaste. Good people.
Namaste. I did that right?
Namaste. Yes.
So, in closing, if you like it, we love it.
Share it with your friends.
Share
Tell
it
them to
with
tune
everybody.
in. Tell them to view it. Share it. Like it on your pages. All that good stuff. Give us ideas. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want us to talk about? What do you guys want to see us do? Do you want to see us go somewhere? Yeah. Where are we going? What are we doing?
I'm up for it. Wherever.
You ever been bungee jumping?
No.
You ever been skydiving?
No. Have you?
Yeah, I went skydiving. Bungee jumping scares me. That's like asking for a whiplash. I don't know about that.
I'm cool. I'm not doing none of that. But
we might do it.
I'll be on the ground, you know. But other than that, I'm not doing it. But thanks again for watching and tuning in. This is Any Ickpay of Lord. I said Lord Suave.
He don't know who he is.
Suave, but
he's just trying to get to the Eagles game.
I'm Any Ickpay of Suave Life TV. We got to get back, and I'm with the lovely Brytnei Elle. Thanks for tuning in.
See you guys. That was good.
Yeah, that was always good. So,
woo woo!